In this video, I'm going to share with you the 10 most common scams targeting seniors in 2025 and, more importantly, how you can protect yourself from them. These scams are not just small tricks, they are costing older adults across America billions of dollars every year. I know many of you may already have heard stories from friends, neighbors, or even family members who were tricked. Some of you may have even had a close call yourself. That's why this message is so important. Scammers today are smarter and more aggressive than ever. They use technology, fake phone numbers, emails that look official, and even artificial intelligence to sound just like your bank, Medicare, or even your own grandchild. It's not about being foolish, anyone can fall for these traps when they're tired, rushed, or worried. That's exactly what scammers count on. Before we start, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from today? Just drop your city or state in the comments below. And if you've ever received a suspicious phone call, email, or message that felt like a scam, share your story in the comments too. Your experience might help another senior avoid becoming a victim. Point 1. Computer lockup/fake tech support scam. This one often begins without you doing anything wrong. You might be using your desktop or laptop as usual, when suddenly the screen freezes. A big warning message pops up saying your computer has been infected with a virus or malware. It may even have a loud alarm sound and a phone number to call for tech support. The message looks official. It may even say Microsoft, Apple, or another well-known company. But here's the truth, it's fake. That phone number doesn't connect you to real tech support, it connects you directly to the scammer. If you call, a very polite, professional-sounding person answers. They'll tell you not to worry, that they can fix your computer if you let them connect remotely. Once you agree, they gain access to everything, your files, your emails, even your banking information if you log in while they're connected. Sometimes they also charge you hundreds of dollars for repairs that never happened. A friend of mine fell for this just last month. She wasn't feeling well that day, saw the scary message, and quickly called the number. She let them onto her computer and only realized it was a scam when they started asking about her net worth. Thankfully, she cut them off, shut down her computer, and changed all her passwords before any money was stolen. Here's how you can protect yourself. If your screen locks up, don't call the number on the pop-up. Simply hold down the power button on your computer until it shuts off. Wait a minute, then turn it back on. If you're still worried, call a local repair shop you trust, never the number that shows up on your screen. Point 2. Jury duty arrest scam. Here's how it usually works. You get a phone call from someone claiming to be with the sheriff's office, the police department, or even the local courthouse. The caller sounds official, maybe even serious or stern. They tell you that you missed jury duty and now there's a warrant out for your arrest. They might even say you're in contempt of court and could be taken to jail within hours unless you pay a fine immediately. To make the story believable, they often use threats and urgency. They'll say things like, "You must not tell anyone about this," or, "If you go to the courthouse, you'll be arrested at the door." Their goal is to scare you so badly that you'll pay whatever they ask just to stay out of trouble. My own brother got one of these calls. The scammer kept him on the phone for over an hour, insisting he'd be arrested if he didn't pay right away. The scammer had an answer for everything, which made it sound even more real. Fortunately, my brother didn't send money, but many seniors do, and some lose thousands of dollars. Here's the truth, real courts and law enforcement will never call you to demand money over the phone. If you really missed jury duty, you would get an official notice in the mail, and you would always have the chance to appear in person, not secretly pay someone. So remember, if you ever get a call like this, hang up immediately. If you're still worried, call your local courthouse or sheriff's office using the official number listed online. That one step can save you from fear, stress, and financial loss. Point 3. Romance/catfish scam. It usually begins online. Maybe you join a dating site, a social media group, or even just get a random friend request. The person who contacts you often looks attractive, polite, and caring. They write thoughtful messages, compliment you, and slowly build a connection. Over days or weeks, they seem to know all the right things to say. Before long, they're telling you how much they admire you, and sometimes even that they've fallen in love. But there's a catch. When it's time to finally meet in person, something always gets in the way. They may claim they're traveling overseas for work, stuck in another state, or facing a sudden crisis. And then the request for money comes. It might be for a plane ticket, medical bills, or even a business emergency. At first, it may be small, but once you send money, the requests get larger. I heard about a woman from Pennsylvania who believed she was talking with a famous country singer online. He told her he would send his private jet to fly her to Florida for a concert, but only if she helped pay for fees up front. She even left her husband because she trusted this online connection. Sadly, the jet never came, and the money was gone. If you find yourself in a situation like this, stop immediately and talk it over with a trusted family member or friend. If it feels too perfect, too rushed, or if money is ever requested, it's not love, it's a scam. Point 4, Guaranteed Investment Scam. Here's how it usually works. You may receive a call, email, or even meet someone in person who claims to have an exclusive opportunity. They talk about high returns, insider deals, or special investments that only the wealthy know about. They use words like guaranteed profit or risk-free income. They may pressure you by saying the offer is closing soon and that you must act fast. The excitement and urgency make it feel real. At first, the scammer might even show you fake documents, charts, or websites that look professional. They might promise to double your money within a year or give you monthly checks for life. But here's the truth. Legitimate investments do not promise guaranteed high returns. If someone does, it's almost always a scam. I've seen seniors lose thousands because of this. A gentleman I knew put $25,000 into what he thought was a secure investment with a group that claimed to have insider access to real estate. The first few months, they sent him small payments to make it look real. But soon, the payments stopped, the phone numbers were disconnected, and the company disappeared. His money was gone. The important thing to remember is this: if it sounds too good to be true, it is. Real financial advisors will explain risks clearly, and they'll never pressure you to decide immediately. So before you hand over a dollar, slow down. Talk to your bank, your financial advisor, or a trusted family member. Scammers rely on secrecy and speed. If you take your time and verify, you'll protect yourself from losing money you worked so hard to save. Point 5, Grandson in Jail Scam. Here's how it works. You receive a phone call, often late at night or early in the morning when you're tired. The caller says, "Grandma, it's me." The voice may not sound exactly like your grandson, but when you ask, "Is this Michael?" they quickly agree. They'll say they have a cold, or that they were in an accident, which is why their voice sounds different. Then comes the shocking story: they've been arrested after a car accident, or they're being held in jail for a traffic violation. They beg you not to tell anyone else and say they need money immediately to stay out of jail. The scammer then demands cash, often thousands of dollars, and tells you to deliver it secretly, sometimes even asking for it in person. A neighbor of mine fell for this exact scam. She was told her grandson needed $20,000 in cash right away or he would have a permanent record. She rushed to the bank, withdrew the money, and handed it over to a stranger pretending to be a lawyer. Only later did she realize her real grandson was safe at home the entire time. The key warning signs here are secrecy and urgency. A real family member or lawyer would never demand cash in secret or tell you not to talk to anyone. If you ever get a call like this, hang up and call your grandson directly or check with his parents. Scammers count on your love to cloud your judgment, but a quick call can save you from losing thousands. Point 6, Supplement and Miracle Cure Scam. It often begins with an advertisement online, in your email, or even on social media. You might see a video or article claiming that a new pill, vitamin, or supplement can reverse aging, cure Alzheimer's, or restore perfect health. Sometimes, these ads even feature fake endorsements from celebrities or news anchors. With new technology like artificial intelligence, scammers can create very realistic videos that look like real doctors, actors, or even famous people like Anderson Cooper or Anthony Hopkins, all swearing that this product changed their lives. The offer usually includes urgency, supplies are limited, or buy today or miss out forever. They may even push you to buy several bottles at once to lock in the cure. What they really want is your credit card information, and in many cases, they'll keep charging you month after month, even if you only intended to buy once. One of my patients told me about an ad that showed a famous actor claiming he had fully recovered from illness thanks to a supplement. It looked so real that she nearly ordered hundreds of dollars worth. Luckily, she paused and checked the official websites of the actor and news outlets, and found out they had already posted warnings that the ad was completely fake. Here's the truth: there are no miracle cures. If a supplement makes promises that sound too good to be true, they are. Always check with your doctor or pharmacist before trying anything new. And remember, real medical breakthroughs are announced by doctors, not hidden in late-night ads online. Point 7. Medicare/insurance imposter scam. Here's how it usually works. You get a phone call from someone claiming to be from Medicare or your insurance company. They often sound very professional, and sometimes they already know your name or address. They'll say things like, "We need to update your Medicare card," or "We're checking your benefits." Then they ask you to confirm personal information, your Medicare number, social security number, or even your banking details. The scammer's goal is to steal your identity. With just your Medicare number and date of birth, they can bill Medicare for fake treatments, drain your benefits, or use your information for other fraud. Sometimes, they'll even threaten you, saying your coverage will be canceled if you don't cooperate. I get these calls myself almost every week. They never mention my actual insurance provider's name, because they don't know it. That's the first red flag. A real insurance company will identify themselves clearly and will never call out of the blue to demand personal details. If you want to check something about your coverage, the safest step is simple: look at your Medicare or insurance card, turn it over, and call the number listed there. That way you know you're speaking to the real company. The most important thing to remember is this: never give out your Medicare number or social security number over the phone to someone who calls you. If they insist or pressure you, hang up immediately. Protecting your personal information is one of the strongest defenses you have against scammers. Point 8. Utility cutoff scam. It usually starts with a phone call, text message, or even an email. The scammer pretends to be from your electric company, water company, or gas provider. They'll tell you that your bill is overdue and that your service will be cut off within hours unless you pay right away. They sound very convincing. They might even spoof the caller ID so it looks like it's coming from your utility company. And because nobody wants their electricity or heat turned off, especially on a Friday evening or in the middle of winter, many seniors panic and pay without questioning it. A friend of mine almost fell for this last summer. She received a call late in the afternoon, saying her electricity would be shut off before nightfall if she didn't pay $400 immediately. The caller told her to buy prepaid gift cards and read the numbers over the phone. That was her warning sign. Real companies never ask for payment in gift cards. Instead of paying, she called her utility company directly using the number printed on her bill. They told her it was a scam. Your real utility company will always send you a written notice in the mail if you are late on a payment. They do not demand same-day payment by phone, and they never, ever ask for gift cards, wire transfers, or cash. So if you get a call like this, hang up. Then, call your utility company directly using the official number from your bill. Taking that extra step can save you from losing hundreds of dollars to a scammer. Point 9. Package delivery scam. Here's how it usually works. You might get a text message, an email, or even a phone call that says, "Your package could not be delivered," or "Please click here to reschedule delivery." Sometimes the message looks like it's from UPS, FedEx, or even the US Postal Service. It may even include a tracking number to make it look official. The scammer's goal is simple: they want you to click on the link. Once you do, it might take you to a fake website that looks very real. There, they'll ask for your personal details, your credit card number, or your login information. In some cases, clicking the link can even download harmful software onto your phone or computer, giving scammers access to your private information. I nearly fell for this one myself. I was selling a few items online, and right after I shipped them, I got an email saying a package couldn't be delivered. For a moment, it felt real because the timing matched. But instead of clicking, I checked directly with the shipping company through their official website, and everything was fine. That little pause protected me. Here's the simple rule: if you get a message about a delivery, never click the link in the text or email. Instead, go directly to the shipping company's official website or wait for a delivery notice in your mailbox. Real companies will never demand sensitive information through a text message. Point 10. Fake order confirmation/fraud alert scam. Here's how it usually happens. You receive an email, text, or even a phone call that looks like it's from a big retailer such as Walmart, Amazon, or Best Buy. The message says something like, "We're just confirming your order for a $2,695 computer," or "Your account was charged for a big screen TV." Then, they offer a link to cancel the order, or a phone number to call if it wasn't you. It feels urgent, because who wants to lose thousands of dollars? But here's the trap: if you click the link, you'll be taken to a fake website designed to steal your login details or credit card information. If you call the number, you'll end up speaking with the scammer directly, who will try to trick you into giving even more personal details, sometimes even remote access to your computer. The red flag is this: real retailers don't ask you to verify big purchases by clicking links in random emails. If you truly had made such a purchase, it would already show up in your official account or credit card statement. So what should you do? If you ever receive a message like this, do not click the link and do not call the number provided. Instead, go directly to the retailer's official website or log into your bank account to check for charges. If nothing is there, it's a scam. 7 red flags of a scam. Now that we've covered the 10 most common scams, let's talk about the warning signs they all have in common. If you learn to recognize these red flags, you can spot a scam no matter what form it takes. 1. They sound official. Scammers pretend to be from trusted organizations: Medicare, your bank, the sheriff's office, or a utility company. The names sound familiar, but the contact is fake. 2. They create fear or hope. Every scam tries to stir strong emotions. Fear that your grandson is in jail, your power will be cut off, or you'll be arrested. Or hope that you've won the lottery, found love, or discovered a miracle cure. That rush of emotion clouds judgment. 3. They demand urgency. Scammers want you to act fast, before you have time to think or verify. They'll say things like, "This offer ends today," or "You must pay within the hour." 4. They want odd forms of payment. Real companies don't demand gift cards, wire transfers, cryptocurrency, or piles of cash. If someone does, that's a clear scam. 5. They ask for secrecy. Scammers often say, "Don't tell anyone, not your spouse, not your bank, not the police." That's because a second opinion would expose the lie immediately. 6. They pressure for personal information. Social security numbers, Medicare IDs, or bank details should never be given out to a caller or stranger. If they push for it, hang up. 7. Something feels off. Trust your gut. If the message, voice, or request feels strange or uncomfortable, it probably is. The bottom line: scams may change in style, but the warning signs stay the same. If you notice even one of these red flags, stop and verify before doing anything. That small pause can protect both your money and your peace of mind. How to protect yourself: 7 simple steps. Now that you know the most common scams and their red flags, let's talk about simple habits you can use every day to keep yourself safe. These 7 steps are easy to remember and can make all the difference. 1. Slow down. Scammers want you to act quickly and panic. Take a breath, pause, and think before doing anything. Time is your best defense. 2. Verify independently. Don't trust the phone number, link, or email a scammer gives you. If it's about your bank, Medicare, or a utility bill, use the official number on your card, bill, or the company's website. 3. Talk to someone you trust. Scammers hate this. That's why they tell you to keep it secret. A quick call to your spouse, child, or friend can expose a scam instantly. 4. Protect your personal information. Never share your social security number, Medicare number, or banking details with someone who calls you out of the blue. Real organizations already have that information. 5. Use safe payment methods. If someone asks for payment in gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency, it's a scam. Stick with checks, credit cards, or official online payments through trusted websites. 6. Trust your gut. If something feels strange or too good to be true, it usually is. Don't let politeness force you into something that doesn't feel right. 7. Report it. If you think you've been targeted, contact the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, or your state's Consumer Protection Office. Reporting helps stop scammers from hurting others. These 7 steps are like your shield. You don't need to live in fear, but you do need to stay alert. By practicing these habits, you'll keep your money, your information, and most importantly, your peace of mind safe. We've covered a lot together today: 10 of the most common scams seniors are facing in 2025, the red flags to watch for, and 7 simple steps to protect yourself. I know it may feel overwhelming at first, but remember, knowledge is power. Once you know what to look out for, these scams lose their strength. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. That simple action tells me you want more practical tips like these. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so you'll be notified whenever I share a new video. Together, we can build a community of seniors who look out for one another and stay one step ahead of scammers. And finally, think of one friend, neighbor, or family member who might benefit from hearing this message. Share this video with them. You never know, that small act could save someone you love from heartbreak, stress, and financial loss. Stay safe, stay strong, and remember, your kindness is a gift, but your safety comes first.